to call your girl the B word if she calls you the N word?
We're going for a long time with this. So I'll go. Let me go on this one first. I'll take the lead on this one first. So all right. So if you're in a relationship, right? Girlfriend, boyfriend, wife, husband, friend, whatever, right? If you call a female the B word, does it hold the same weight as her calling you the N word? So, when you call, if you're in an argumentative state, or if you're fighting with your girlfriend or your platonic female friend, or your wife, any one of them, right? And you call them the B word, you know what? You're the B word, right?
Bitch.
Is it worse, the same, or less than them turning around and calling you a hard N-word, right? Or do they just cancel each other out? Have we taken out the strength of both of those words? So back in the day when you called someone the N-word, if you're a white person specifically, right? Or any other ethnicity, sorry, and they said that to you, you're going to have some expectations of getting beat up afterwards, right? Or someone coming in your face and say, yo, what did you call me? Right? Back in the day. Nowadays, the N-word is used so widely amongst a lot of people, not just the black culture, right? But amongst, a younger white culture, Indian culture. A lot of people use the N-word just willy-nilly, right? But the B word, when you're calling a female the B word, to me, that almost holds the same weight in a negative way as calling someone the N-word. So that's my perspective. What do you think?
No, you know me, it's not black and white for me. It all varies. It all depends on who's saying it,
okay,
to who's in this argument.
Yeah. Man,
woman. And I also feel it all depends on how you view the word. I would say it was between the two, just the words itself. Nigga is definitely stronger or more of a derogatory than bitch, because bitch really is just, as far as I know, female dog, right? As far as I know, there's not a male term for dog. It's just dog. Because I'm sure if there was, that would be getting used. So,
dog.
So you call a man a dog.
Yeah.
He turns around and calls you a bitch. It's just, rather than me saying, oh, female dog, bitch just sounds better. I don't know. But I'm just calling you a female dog. Yeah. So female dog is this horrible thing to call someone. Then you call me a dog, it's the exact same term then. Then you're holding dog in the same term as you, right? Because if you're going to give bitch that type of strength as the same word as nigga, dog is the same thing. So don't call me dog. Don't call me a dog. That's the same energy you're gonna give if I call you a bitch. It's the same energy I should be able to give if you call me a dog. Yeah. Don't say, oh, that's not the same thing as a bitch. Yes, it is. It's just in a different way. Yeah. Right? The term supposedly is ignorance, right? It's supposed to be ignorant, but we know the term of it when it was used back then.
Yeah.
It's worse than bitch.
Okay.
Guaranteed, if you were walking down the street and a white man said, "You're a bitch," it's yeah, you're not gonna like it, but if he calls you a nigga, you know that he's really coming at you.
That's right.
Right? So I was saying, if you're in a relationship and it's two black people, if it's man and woman arguing,
and let's say you're in
I think the bitch would hurt. I think would hold stronger just because both of you calling each other kind of cancels each other out.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
Like, I'm pretty sure maybe she calls him a bitch.
Yeah.
Bitch will be a little bit stronger because a man doesn't want to be known as a bitch.
That's right.
But bitch is now you calling a man a woman or a female, not a woman, sorry I say, but a female, right? Not a male. dog. So you're calling them out. So I can see that maybe triggering them a little more than the word.
Does it matter on the relationship though? Like say, let's say a female, I'll say a white female out there, right? A white female that you're not in a relationship with.
Yeah.
Called you either or. Say a white female looks at you, or she called you, obviously she
I can call you a bitch too. You call me because now you're trying to say something I can't say back to you. I can call you. That's not gonna. That's not holding the same term, right? Like you calling me a bitch, that means you're angry. You call me angry, that means you're on borderline of like hating me or something now. Right. Because you know what that.
But either way, if a white, or just using white as an example,
no, but
male or female
it does matter.
And called you the B word, you would get as angry at them. Yes or no?
If a what?
If a white person, a white female called you, or a white male called you the B word, you little bitch.
So if a white person calls me a bitch,
you would get as angry. Would you confront them? Just like you would confront someone that called you the N word?
Between the two, no. Because bitches, like again, for me.
A stranger comes up to you and says,
I'm not trying to say for someone. If someone else that might, that might trigger someone else. That's them. I can't be like, no, just don't let bitch get you upset. Mm-hmm. That's on you. I don't know what that entails to you. Like I said to you before, I don't know your history behind it with that word. Yeah. There could be something in your life that word is your triggering word. Mm-hmm. For me, it's not.
Okay.
Like between us, if a white person were to call me that, no, it's not that triggering. I can call you a bitch back. Mm-hmm. Bitch. Okay, I can call you. I don't know if that's really going to trigger you, but you saying it, you want me to fight you.
That's right.
You call me a bitch, I can take that as, okay, you're angry, you're yelling at me. Yeah, maybe you're trying to egg me on, but you're just yelling at me too, right? Because I can yell that back at you. But now you want to go to that. Different. Like I said, now if it's a brother, at the end of the day, sometimes the words, it's not necessarily the words, it's just you're being aggressive with me, I'm going to be aggressive with you. Yeah. So you can say whatever you want, but your aggression, the aggression that you're giving me is what's really making you angry.
Gotcha.
Right? Because that's what it really is. If we're just here talking and you're like, stop acting like a little bitch, man. Yeah. You know?
Just the context.
I'm not going to be mad, but if you sat here and go, stop acting like a bitch.
Yeah.
And you're looking at me like you want to fight me. That's different.
Yeah.
It's not because you called me a bitch, it's the aggression behind the word.
What if you're not used to, okay, so if you're with your girlfriend or your female friend, right? So you just have a platonic female friend in a relationship, right? Mm-hmm. You barely argue. Mm-hmm. This one time she said, yo, you fucking N-word. Mm-hmm. She's never said that to you before, right? How would you take that? She's black. Let's say she's black. You still wouldn't feel no way?
You're my friend. We've been friends for years, and
she's never called you. She got you.
That's why I gotta give you. I'll give you a blind.
But you would figure though it's coming from a place of anger.
I know it's coming from anger.
Because she's never said that to you before.
If I did something that really pissed you off and you got mad about it, cool. If like I can understand.
You wouldn't say, "What did you just call me?" You've never heard her say that.
I might say that, but okay, that's cool. Okay, what did you just call me? Okay. I gotta think about it though. When we're not gonna punch her in her face now,
because fight her.
But at the end of the day. Yeah. I gotta still think about, okay, she called me
because she's never said
did I do something? If I did something and we're arguing and I did something wrong and she called me that, and we're friends, I gotta give her a grace on that. Now if I didn't do anything to you, you're just having a bad day and you yell at me.
And she called you that.
Now I'm not gonna end our friendship, obviously, because I'm gonna know, okay, it's a bad day, whatever, but we're gonna have a little talk about that. Like, listen, we're cool forever, but like that's the one thing we're not going to do to each other.
Sure.
We're not calling each other out names like that.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. If we're talking and we're having a conversation and it's just, you know, and you're like, what up? Whatever. I don't care. You know what I mean? We're chilling. But if then we're fighting and I can see you trying to, no, we're not doing that type of thing. But we're friends here, I'll forgive it. But that's the last time. We're not doing that no more. Yeah. You gotta give that. That's a friendship thing. But if it's just a random, that's a different story. Now I gotta check about the situation, Yeah.
We're so desensitized to the word, the N-word now, that it just floats out there. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? But to me, in all contexts, if it's me and you, again, you said a good point. Depending on the context, if we're having a friendly jest or we're having a back and forth conversation, it wouldn't mean anything. But to me, outside of that context, if you're calling somebody the B word, whether in a relationship, whether it's your girlfriend, your wife, your coworker, a person you see on the street, that's more it's more unilateral. It's more
Yeah,
international. It's more well known. You call anybody on the street, including your spouse, including your friend, the B word. Those are fight words. Where it's difference where if just me and you are talking, and we're calling each other the N word, that means it's totally different. But in the grand scheme of things, you can call anybody the B word, and they'll be like, "Yo, who are you talking to?"
Yeah. I just think it obviously because obviously the N word only pertains to if you're black. So B, yes, obviously that can spark more of a thing because that can be told to anyone.
That's right.
But that's the thing I'm saying though. It can be told to anyone. That's why I feel the N word would be a little strong because you can't. It's not pertaining to everyone. You can say it to anyone, but it's not really pertaining to anyone, right? Because someone said, "Oh, you're acting like," right? What does that mean? You're acting ignorant. But you could just say you're ignorant.
At its core meaning.
Right, in the core meaning,
but we don't look at it like that.
You know when you say you're saying you're acting like a black person,
That's
that
right.
kind of thing. You know what I mean? Like a black ignorant person.
Yeah.
So that's gonna bother me more than you saying bitch to me. Right? Bitch is gonna get me upset, but that's just gonna get me upset because the aggression you're saying in it, and I know you're being aggressive with me.
Yeah.
You could have turned around and said stupid, and I'll still get upset because you're being aggressive with me. I know that's what it is. Right? So I think it's the aggression. Sometimes words is more of the aggression, not necessarily the word.
But the way that you say it.
There's some words that, no matter what, we can an argument. I don't have to yell bitch at you, but I'll be like, yo, you're being a little bitch right now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I know now, like, okay, we're in a serious conversation. So you're calling me a bitch as in that you're putting me down.
That's right.
You're not just playing with me like, you sound like a bitch. You know what I mean? Like.